Success isn't something that happens overnight. It's a transformation, a journey, a rewiring of the mind and heart. What if I told you that in just 30 days, you could completely change the way your brain works, setting you on the path to unstoppable success? The key lies in rewiring your brain for success, and today, we're going to unlock the science, the tools, and the strategies to make that happen. We've all heard about people who've achieved extraordinary success, but what sets them apart from the rest? It's their mindset, their ability to change their thoughts, their emotions, and their habits. And you can do the same. Imagine your brain as a supercomputer. Every thought you think, every habit you form, rewires it a little bit more, shaping the reality you experience. If you want to change your reality, you first have to change the way you think. Over the next 30 days, we're going to dive into the process of rewiring your brain for success using cutting-edge strategies inspired by science, psychology, and personal development experts like Dr. Joe Dispenza. Let's begin the journey to a new you, starting today. You wake up every day, follow the same routine, and wonder why nothing ever changes. What if I told you that this daily routine, the very actions you take, are the reason you're stuck? To rewire your brain, you need to break the pattern, the cycle that has been running on autopilot for years. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this as neural pathways, the grooves that your brain falls into. These patterns of behavior are so deeply ingrained that you don't even realize you're repeating them. But the good news is, these pathways are malleable. The brain is plastic, meaning it can be reshaped. So step 1 to rewiring your brain is interrupting these automatic behaviors. This might feel uncomfortable at first. It's not easy to break out of the comfort zone, but it's the only way to change. Whether it's waking up earlier, eating healthier, or deciding to stop watching hours of mindless TV, every small action you take that challenges your usual habits is a victory. Think about the first time you ever learned to ride a bike or drive a car. Those were new experiences that required focused attention. The more you repeated those actions, the more ingrained they became in your muscle memory. The same happens with your brain. As you interrupt the old patterns and form new ones, your brain rewires itself to adopt these changes as the new norm. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get lost in the chaos of thoughts, responsibilities, and distractions. But to truly rewire your brain, you must learn the art of becoming present. When you're present, you're no longer a prisoner of your past experiences or a slave to your future fears. You are grounded in the now, the only place where real transformation happens. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes the power of being present. The moment you stop worrying about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow, you free up mental energy. You shift from living on autopilot to becoming the creator of your reality. It's in this moment of awareness where you can choose your thoughts and reactions, shifting your brain's wiring towards success. Start small, take a deep breath, and focus on what's happening right now. Maybe it's the sound of the wind outside or the feeling of the chair you're sitting in. The more you practice mindfulness, the more control you have over your thoughts and actions. Over time, this ability to stay present will become second nature, helping you manage stress and stay focused on your goals. Your emotions are powerful, but they can either work for you or against you. Most of the time, we're controlled by negative emotions, fear, anxiety, frustration. These emotions hijack our thoughts, creating mental roadblocks that prevent us from achieving success. To rewire your brain for success, you need to master your emotions and take back control. This isn't about suppressing your feelings. Dr. Dispenza explains that emotions are energy in motion. They are signals that something needs attention, but they don't need to take over your life. Imagine feeling a wave of frustration rise up within you. Instead of allowing it to control you, you can choose to observe it. You recognize it for what it is, a fleeting emotion, and then redirect your energy towards something positive. The more you practice emotional regulation, the stronger your mental resilience becomes. Your brain starts to associate success with positive emotions, and that rewires your brain to attract more success. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of consistent habits that align with your goals. Rewiring your brain for success means creating habits that move you closer to the life you want. But the catch is, these habits need to be built slowly, one day at a time. Dr. Dispenza's research shows that when you repeat positive actions over time, your brain begins to rewire itself to expect those behaviors as the new normal. Start by identifying one small habit you can incorporate into your daily routine. It could be as simple as reading for 10 minutes every morning, or it could be writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, these small habits stack up, creating a compounding effect that makes success inevitable. But it's important to be patient. You won't see immediate results. But if you stay committed, your brain will start to shift. Each small habit becomes a building block for bigger, more impactful changes. At this point in your journey, it's clear that rewiring your brain requires mental clarity. And one of the most powerful tools for creating the clarity is mindfulness and meditation. These practices allow you to disconnect from the distractions of the world and tune into your own inner voice. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes the importance of meditation for neural regeneration. When you meditate, you're not just relaxing, you're actively retraining your brain. Meditation helps your brain grow in areas that are crucial for success, such as focus, emotional regulation, and creativity. To get started, you don't need to meditate for hours. Start with just 10 to 15 minutes a day, sitting quietly, focusing on your breath. Let your thoughts come and go without attachment. As you practice mindfulness, you'll notice your mind becoming clearer, your emotions more manageable, and your ability to stay present growing stronger. One of the most powerful tools to rewire your brain for success is the practice of visualization. When you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you're not just dreaming. You're activating the brain's neurological pathways as if it's already happening. This is the science behind why athletes, entrepreneurs, and successful individuals swear by the power of visualization. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that when you visualize, your brain creates new neural connections that mirror the actions you would take to achieve your desired success. So when you imagine yourself closing a big deal, running a marathon, or delivering a powerful speech, your brain starts preparing for that reality. It makes the impossible seem within reach. Begin by setting aside 5 to 10 minutes each day to visualize your success. Create a mental movie of yourself achieving your most important goals. See the details, feel the emotions. The more vivid and real the image, the more powerful the impact on your brain. This simple practice will reprogram your mind to attract the opportunities, people, and resources needed for success. Gratitude is more than just a nice feeling, it's a transformational tool. When you regularly express gratitude, your brain releases powerful chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which elevate your mood and improve your overall sense of well-being. These positive emotions not only feel great, but they also shift your brain's focus from scarcity to abundance, setting you up for success. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research has shown that the simple act of gratitude can lead to changes in the brain's structure, increasing areas related to emotional regulation, decision-making, and positive thinking. When you are grateful, you can train your brain to see the opportunities, not the obstacles, making success feel like a natural part of your life. Start by writing down 3 things you're grateful for every morning or before bed. It could be the warmth of your home, a recent accomplishment, or simply having good health. As you build this habit, you'll notice that your perspective shifts. Success will no longer feel like a distant dream. It will feel like your new reality. We all have negative beliefs, those limiting thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, smart enough, or deserving of success. These beliefs, formed through life experiences or societal conditioning, are deeply embedded in our subconscious minds. But if you want to rewire your brain for success, you must confront and release these beliefs. Dr. Dispenza teaches that to create real change, You need to reprogram your subconscious mind. The key is to identify these limiting beliefs and replace them with positive, empowering ones. For example, if you believe you're not good enough, replace the thought with, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. This subtle shift in thinking will begin to rewire your brain's thought patterns and create space for new, positive beliefs. You can begin this process by writing down your limiting beliefs, then reframe each one with an empowering statement. For instance, I don't have the skills to succeed can be transformed into, I am learning and growing every day. It's a simple yet powerful practice that will begin changing your mindset. Success doesn't just depend on what's inside your mind, it also depends on your environment. Your surroundings have a huge impact on how you feel, think, and act. If you're constantly surrounded by chaos or negativity, your brain is going to have a hard time focusing on your goals. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you change your environment, you send a strong message to your brain, this is where I want to be. Whether it's decluttering your space, surrounding yourself with positive influences, or even changing where you spend your time, a change in environment can drastically shift your mindset. Look around you right now. Do you feel inspired and motivated in your current space? If not, it's time to make changes. Start by organizing your workspace. Add items that bring you joy, like a plant or motivational quotes. Create a space that aligns with the success you're trying to manifest. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and encourage your growth. When your environment supports your vision, rewiring your brain for success becomes easier. Many people give up on their journey to success because they feel they need to do everything perfectly. They think that if they don't get it right the first time, they'll fail. But the truth is, consistency is far more important than perfection. Dr. Dispenza says that when we try to be perfect, we're actually blocking the neural pathways that lead to growth. Why? Because perfection is based on fear and self-judgment. It's the fear of failure that keeps us stuck in a loop. But when we focus on taking action, no matter how imperfect, the brain starts to create new connections and strengthens the pathways that lead to success. Focus on taking small, consistent actions toward your goals every day. Whether it's writing a page for your book, working on a business idea, or making a sales call, consistency is key. Eventually, those small actions will compound, and you'll find yourself closer to success than you ever imagined. At the core of rewiring your brain is the need to reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is like the autopilot that controls 95% of your actions, thoughts, and behaviors. If your subconscious is programmed with negative beliefs, you'll unconsciously sabotage your success. But if you take charge of your subconscious programming, you can create a life of abundance, fulfillment, and success. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that when we repeat positive affirmations, visualizations, and meditations, we begin to create new neural pathways that align with our desires. To reprogram your subconscious, you must first become aware of the thoughts that hold you back. Once you're aware, replace them with new, empowering thoughts. Repeating these thoughts daily, especially when your mind is most receptive, will begin to rewire your brain for success. Mindfulness isn't just a buzzword. It's a game-changing practice that can radically transform how your brain responds to stress, success, and challenges. When you're mindful, you're fully present in the moment, not distracted by the past or future. This clarity allows you to make better decisions, manage stress, and stay focused on your goals. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that mindfulness helps you break free from reactive patterns of thinking and behavior, which often come from deep-rooted habits. By practicing mindfulness, you shift from the default mode of your brain and enter a state of awareness where you can consciously create new, more productive thoughts and behaviors. To practice mindfulness, start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply observe your thoughts without judgment. You don't need to try and control them, just acknowledge them. As you build this practice, your brain will start to naturally gravitate toward positive and empowering thoughts, allowing you to make better choices in line with your success. A growth mindset is one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life. When you embrace the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, you unlock the door to unlimited potential. You stop seeing challenges as obstacles and instead, you view them as opportunities for growth. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights that a growth mindset rewires the brain's neural networks in a way that encourages learning, problem-solving, and resilience. This shift in mindset makes it easier to overcome setbacks and continuously grow towards your goals. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by reframing failure. Instead of seeing it as a personal flaw, view it as a necessary part of the learning process. When you encounter challenges, remind yourself that you have the ability to improve and learn from the experience. This shift will create lasting neural pathways that position you for continuous success. Habits are the foundation of success. If you want to rewire your brain, you need to develop positive habits that align with your goals. The beauty of habits is that once they're ingrained, they become automatic, allowing you to take consistent action without requiring a lot of mental energy. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research reveals that habitual behaviors actually reshape the brain, forming stronger neural connections that make those behaviors easier over time. This means that by starting with small, intentional habits, whether it's reading every morning or exercising daily, you're laying the groundwork for long-term success. To start building positive habits, begin with one small habit at a time. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Over time, your brain will reward you with the neurochemical feedback that reinforces these habits, making them part of your new, success-driven identity. Change is a natural part of life, yet many of us resist it. We get comfortable in our routines and fear the unknown. But in order to rewire your brain for success, you must learn to embrace change rather than avoid it. Change is the catalyst that allows new neural pathways to form and enables you to break free from the past. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that when we embrace change, we create space for the new neural circuits to grow. This process of adaptation strengthens the brain, allowing you to stay agile and resilient in the face of life's challenges. Start by making small changes in your routine. Change your route to work, try a new hobby, or challenge yourself to think differently about a situation. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more you'll train your brain to adapt and grow, ultimately rewiring it for greater success. Success doesn't come without challenges and setbacks, but how you handle adversity can make all the difference. Building emotional resilience is key to staying strong in the face of failure and disappointment. When you cultivate resilience, you can bounce back from any obstacle, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward with determination. Dr. Joe Dispenza's work reveals that emotional resilience is closely tied to the brain's ability to regulate stress and negative emotions. By training your brain to stay calm and focused during times of stress, you can avoid being overwhelmed by the ups and downs of life. To develop emotional resilience, practice stress management techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or even journaling about your feelings. The more you train your brain to stay emotionally balanced, the easier it will be to handle life's inevitable challenges. In our fast-paced world, patience often feels like a lost art. We want everything to happen immediately, and when it doesn't, frustration sets in. But patience is an essential part of rewiring your brain for success. It's the ability to stay committed to your goals even when the results don't show up right away. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that cultivating patience allows the brain to stay focused and present during the journey, rather than obsessing over instant results. This patience is what allows you to consistently make progress toward your long-term goals, no matter how big or small. To practice patience, remind yourself that growth takes time. Break your larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps, and focus on the process, not just the outcome. Trust that every action you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your success. A vision board is a powerful tool that brings your goals and dreams into focus. By visually representing your aspirations, you activate the brain's ability to manifest them. Your brain is always looking for ways to align your thoughts with your reality, and a vision board provides the clarity and motivation to make that connection. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights that when you see images of your goals every day, your brain begins to create pathways to make them real. It's like a roadmap for success that continuously guides your thoughts, actions, and decisions. To create a vision board, gather images, quotes, and symbols that represent your goals. Place it somewhere you can see it every day, and spend time visualizing each item coming to life. This simple yet effective practice will rewire your brain to stay focused on your vision and work towards it with determination. Self-confidence is the foundation of success. Without confidence in yourself and your abilities, it's difficult to take risks, make decisions, and pursue your goals. The good news is that confidence can be built over time, and it starts by changing the way you perceive yourself. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you believe in yourself, you activate neural pathways that support your success. You stop doubting your abilities and start trusting your instincts. The more you act with confidence, the more your brain will strengthen those belief systems. Start by practicing self-affirmation. Each day, remind yourself of your strengths, talents, and accomplishments. Stand tall, speak with conviction, and take actions that reflect your belief in yourself. Over time, you'll find that confidence becomes second nature. The way you talk to yourself has a profound effect on your mindset and, ultimately, your success. If your inner dialogue is filled with negativity, self-doubt, or self-criticism, it's time to change the narrative. Negative self-talk is one of the most powerful barriers that can hold you back from reaching your full potential. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that thoughts create reality, and when you constantly engage in negative self-talk, you are reinforcing pathways in your brain that limit your growth. By shifting to positive affirmations and supportive inner dialogue, you actively rewire your brain for success. To eliminate negative self-talk, start by becoming aware of your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, challenge those thoughts with positive counter-statements. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'm capable and resourceful." The more you do this, the easier it becomes to create an empowering narrative for your life. In the journey toward success, learning to create boundaries is essential. Whether it's with your time, energy, or relationships, setting boundaries helps you protect your focus and avoid burnout. The ability to say no when necessary allows you to prioritize your goals and energy without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that boundaries are a key component in maintaining mental clarity and emotional balance. When you set clear boundaries, you allow your brain to stay focused on what truly matters, and you avoid the distractions and emotional drain that can derail your progress. To establish boundaries, start by assessing areas in your life where you feel overwhelmed or overextended. Set limits on how much time you dedicate to others, and be intentional about protecting your time for self-care, work, and personal growth. Communicate these boundaries assertively but kindly, and stick to them consistently. You've probably heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This is no coincidence. The people around you have a direct impact on your mindset, habits, and success. Positive, like-minded individuals help you stay motivated, inspired, and focused on your goals. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research suggests that the energy and vibration of the people you interact with can influence the neural pathways in your brain. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you not only helps you stay on track, but also accelerates the rewiring of your brain for success. To surround yourself with positive people, take an honest look at your inner circle. Are the people in your life supporting your growth, or are they holding you back? Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you to grow, and share your values. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to rewire your brain for success. Focusing on what you're thankful for shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, creating a positive feedback loop that attracts more of what you want in life. By practicing gratitude daily, you train your brain to focus on the good and amplify positive emotions. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights that gratitude triggers the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters associated with feelings of joy and satisfaction. This not only boosts your mood, but also strengthens the neural pathways that encourage happiness and success. To practice gratitude, start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a good cup of coffee or as significant as achieving a long-term goal. The more you make gratitude a habit, the more your brain will begin to automatically focus on the positive aspects of life. Success doesn't come at the expense of your health and well-being. In fact, taking care of yourself is one of the most important investments you can make in your future success. Self-care isn't just about relaxation or pampering. It's about ensuring that your body and mind are functioning at their highest potential. Dr. Joe Dispenza advocates for prioritizing self-care as a way to maintain mental clarity, emotional balance, and physical energy. When you take time to rest, exercise, eat nourishing foods, and practice mindfulness, you are giving yourself the foundation for peak performance. To prioritize self-care, start by scheduling regular time for activities that recharge you, whether it's a walk in nature, a meditation session, or a good night's sleep. Treat self-care as a non-negotiable part of your routine. The more you nurture your well-being, the more energy and focus you'll have to pursue your goals. Failure is not the end. In fact, it's one of the most powerful tools for growth. Every failure contains valuable lessons that can teach you how to improve, adapt, and get closer to your ultimate success. Rewiring your brain to embrace failure instead of fearing it allows you to become more resilient and innovative. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you experience failure, your brain forms new neural connections that can help you develop better strategies for the future. Instead of feeling defeated, use failure as a chance to learn, grow, and course correct. To embrace failure, start by reframing your perspective. Instead of seeing it as a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Reflect on the experience, extract the lessons, and then apply them to your next attempt. By doing this, you'll gradually shift your mindset from one of avoidance to one of growth and opportunity. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions in healthy ways. It's a critical skill for building relationships, making decisions, and leading with confidence. When you develop emotional intelligence, you become more in tune with your feelings and better equipped to handle the challenges that come with pursuing success. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights that emotional intelligence involves rewiring your brain to regulate your emotions instead of being controlled by them. When you practice emotional intelligence, you gain control over your reactions, improving your ability to stay calm, focused, and proactive in any situation. To improve emotional intelligence, start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers and learn how to manage them through techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, and positive self-talk. By cultivating emotional intelligence, you'll improve your relationships, decision-making, and overall success. Your brain doesn't differentiate between reality and vivid imagination. This means that when you visualize success with intense focus and emotion, you activate the same neural pathways as if you were actually living it. This is why high achievers, from elite athletes to successful entrepreneurs, use visualization to program their minds for success. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when you repeatedly visualize your desired outcome, you condition your brain to recognize opportunities, take aligned actions, and strengthen the belief that success is inevitable. This practice rewires your subconscious mind to make success feel natural and attainable. To master visualization, set aside a few minutes daily. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals in vivid detail. Engage all your senses, see it, hear it, feel it. The more emotion you attach to it, the stronger the impact. Over time, your brain will be conditioned to align with this new reality, making success not just a possibility, but an expectation. Most people believe they need motivation to take action, but that's a lie your brain tells you to stay comfortable. The truth is, action creates motivation, not the other way around. If you wait to feel inspired, you'll waste valuable time. The most successful people don't rely on fleeting emotions. They train themselves to act regardless of how they feel. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that rewiring the brain means breaking the habit of waiting and stepping into action. Every time you take action, even when you don't feel like it, you strengthen the neural pathways that make productivity and success your default state. To implement this, use the 5-second rule. Count down from 5 and move. Whether it's waking up early, making that call, or starting your workout, don't give your brain time to resist. Action leads to momentum, and momentum leads to transformation. Success isn't about working harder until you burn out. It's about working smarter while maintaining balance. Chronic stress rewires your brain in the wrong direction, leading to anxiety, overwhelm, and a lack of clarity. If you don't learn to manage stress, it will sabotage your progress. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that stress triggers the survival mode in your brain, limiting creative thinking and decision-making. When you're in fight-or-flight mode, your brain prioritizes survival over growth, making it harder to stay focused and productive. To counter this, incorporate stress management techniques like deep breathing, meditation, exercise, or simply taking breaks to reset. Instead of reacting impulsively to stress, learn to observe it, process it, and release it. When you master stress management, you give yourself the power to operate from a place of confidence and control. Your self-identity is the foundation of everything you achieve in life. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, who lacks discipline, or who isn't capable of success, that belief will shape your actions. But when you redefine yourself as a person who is unstoppable, disciplined, and worthy of success, your brain will align with that reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that identity shifts are the core of neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire itself. The key is to start acting like the person you want to become before you see the external results. If you want to be wealthy, think and behave like a wealthy person. If you want to be fit, show up daily as someone who prioritizes health. To shift your self-identity, start with affirmations, consistent action, and surrounding yourself with influences that reinforce your new mindset. Your brain will adapt to this new version of yourself, making success feel natural. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains that hold you back from reaching your full potential. They are the deeply ingrained stories you tell yourself about why you can't succeed. Things like, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough money, or success is only for lucky people. These beliefs are nothing more than patterns in your brain, and they can be rewritten. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that every belief is simply a repeated thought, reinforced over time. The more you tell yourself something, the more your brain accepts it as truth. But just as beliefs can be created, they can also be destroyed. To break free, start questioning every negative belief you hold. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just something I've accepted? Replace it with a new, empowering belief and repeat it daily until it becomes your new reality. The moment you remove limiting beliefs, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Success is never instant. The biggest breakthroughs happen over time, through consistent effort and unwavering patience. Most people fail not because they lack potential, but because they give up too soon. They expect quick results, and when things take longer than expected, they quit. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that rewiring the brain is a process. It takes repetition, discipline, and patience. Just like a muscle, your brain strengthens over time with continued effort. If you want lasting success, you must train yourself to think long-term. To develop patience, focus on daily progress rather than instant results. Trust the process, stay consistent, even when results aren't immediately visible. The ones who succeed are the ones who keep going long after everyone else has given up. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The people you spend time with influence your mindset, habits, and even your level of success. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, your brain will mirror those patterns. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, growth-oriented individuals, their mindset will elevate yours. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that our brains have mirror neurons. They absorb and reflect the behaviors and attitudes of those around us. If you want to rewire your brain for success, you must intentionally choose your circle. Find people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. If you don't have access to successful individuals in person, surround yourself with their wisdom. Read their books, watch their interviews, and absorb their mindset until it becomes second nature. Success is contagious. Immerse yourself in it. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice, it's a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. When you focus on what you already have, you shift your mindset from lack to abundance. This isn't just motivational talk. Neuroscience confirms that gratitude strengthens the brain's neural pathways related to happiness, success, and positive thinking. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights that gratitude primes your brain to expect and attract more good things into your life. When you start your day with gratitude, you train your brain to notice opportunities, solutions, and reasons to feel empowered. To apply this, start a daily gratitude journal. Every morning or night, list 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this simple habit will reprogram your brain to operate from abundance rather than scarcity. And when you live in abundance, success follows naturally. Success isn't about perfection, it's about constant course correction. Every successful person understands that mistakes and setbacks are inevitable. What separates winners from quitters is their ability to learn, adjust, and move forward. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that your brain learns through feedback loops. If something doesn't work, your brain adapts, but only if you take the time to reflect. This is why daily self-reflection is crucial. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well? What can I improve? What actions will I take tomorrow? When you build this habit, you create a mindset of continuous improvement. And when you're always improving, success is only a matter of time. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you don't control your thoughts, they will control you. Most people go through life reacting to circumstances, letting emotions dictate their actions. But if you want to rewire your brain for success, you must become the master of your mind. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that every thought triggers a chemical response in your brain. Negative thoughts release stress hormones, keeping you stuck in a cycle of fear and doubt. Positive, empowering thoughts release dopamine and serotonin, programming your brain for confidence and action. To take control, practice mindful awareness. Notice negative thoughts as they arise, but don't engage with them. Instead, replace them with thoughts that align with the person you want to become. Over time, your brain will adapt, and success-oriented thinking will become automatic. The most powerful way to rewire your brain for success is to become the person you want to be right now. Not in a year, not when you have the money, not when you feel ready. Right now, Dr. Joe Dispenza's core teaching is that your brain doesn't work on time, it works on identity. If you constantly see yourself as someone trying to succeed, you'll always be trying. But if you start acting, thinking, and making decisions as your successful future self today, your brain will align with that reality. Ask yourself, how would my future successful self think? How would they act? What habits would they have? Then start embodying those traits immediately. When you do this, success becomes inevitable. You are not waiting for a new life. You are creating it. Every thought, every action, every habit is shaping your future. Rewire your brain, take control of your destiny, and step into the most powerful version of yourself. This is your time. Start now. Everything you've just learned isn't just theory. It's the blueprint to rewiring your brain for success. Science proves it, experience confirms it, and the world's most successful people live by it. The way you think, the habits you build, and the mindset you adopt will determine the life you create. If you start applying these principles today, Your future will look completely different in just 30 days. This is not about hoping for change. It's about creating it deliberately every single day. So the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it fade away like another motivational video? Or will you take action and start rewiring your brain today? The choice is yours. If you're ready to take control of your mind and design the life you truly want, hit the like button, subscribe for more life-changing content, and drop a comment below sharing which habit you'll start today. Your future starts now. It's time to rewire your brain for success. Let's go!